What's up, peeps? Your boy Andrew, heading to work. Today's topic is freaking studying for exam and the contrast of having kids versus having to work. I've heard a lot of peeps would compare, like, oh, you work but have kids, and for contrast, the thing about like having kids is that for the most part, obviously, depending what kind of parent you are, I believe if you have kids, I don't have kids, let me put that out there. If you are a parent, depending on your parenting, no matter what, you can still study. If your kids are that unruly that you can't study at all, I feel like there's probably something you have to do on that. But at the same time, to these people that tell me they have kids, do you have 2 jobs? Are you aware that if you do have a job versus not having kids, most of the times at a job, you won't be able to study at all. It's not a sense of like whatchamacallit. Oh, if you could just control your job or whatever, on a basic idea, you're not gonna have, you shouldn't, when you're working, you shouldn't be studying at work because you're working. So versus to having kids or having kids, trust me, unless you are a single parent or there's times during the day where you are the only parent to take care of your kids, it is up to you. If the kid's a baby, it's not like it's 8 to 12 hours of constant, like, you can't set them down. I'm not saying that is the case. I'm sure if you are having to like babysit your child for 8 to 12 hours non-stop, if it's like a baby, that just seems unrealistic to me. So I mean, that's the contrast, guys, that like having kids, you are going to be able to find some time in there, definitely, in contrast to trying to study at work. Sure, at work on your lunch break, 30 minutes, half an hour, if you do get a 10-minute break, sure. So what, when you have a job, if you have an hour lunch, maybe 2 10s at a perfect world, you can have half an hour and 2 10s versus an hour and 2 10s. You could have between 50 minutes to an hour 20 at a job, possibly, to study. And if you're with your kids from 8 to 12 hours and you only have 50 minutes to an hour 20 minutes of studying, you probably have to have better parenting. For me, for my situation, it's probably better if I was more privileged, or so I don't have to work. Like I said, a lot of my friends know I work from like 4 a.m. to at least 7. Try to get some rest in, depending if I do work till 7. Sometimes I get out like 9 something, and that's from getting home the night before. It's already the same day at like 2 in the morning. So from 2 in the morning to 4 a.m., that's 2 hours. That's my time of like showering and rapidly trying to pass out before having to head to work again. And then, of course, trust me, I've been doing this throughout all the terms, sure, like I said to, a friend, it's like, the hour and a half, 2 hours I take to work out when I can, I could cut that out to go study, but, it's therapy for me. But it's just the whole idea of like, oh, you're working 2 jobs, well, I have kids. Like, well, for the most part, you probably have a partner taking care of your kids. And like I said, it's hard for me to believe Unless there is somebody, whoever's watching this, unless somebody leave in the comments below, unless for 8 to 12 hours in a day, you can't at all, like, you can't, like, handle your kids, where you can't get, like, 2 to 3 hours of studying, I feel like there's definitely some better parenting to do. And trust me, for me, like, you know, previous terms, when I was able to print, or, you know, I found a way to print stuff, you know, I'll print a piece of paper, put it on the wall, put it behind the bar, and try to read it on the downtime, where there isn't, throughout my time doing work. And I am, like, doing it. And that's what's crazy too, that, like, now it's like crunch time. Before, about overthinking and planning, now people are overthinking and planning and making steps towards a better grade. So I was told before, oh, don't overthink it, don't trip out, just take it easy. Those same people, are you taking it easy now that you're in crunch time? I highly doubt it. That's what I think. But anyways, that's my rant and contrast. I do believe having kids and having a job, my whole idea and thesis here is that having kids, you should be able to find more time within 8 to a 12-hour window versus to someone working. I'm not saying, oh, I have to run errands and stuff. Guess what? I'm working 2 jobs a day, and I still do have to do errands. I still have to cook. I still have to clean. You know what I mean? I still have class in you. Except, I believe when you have kids, you can, being a parent, you can control the 8 to 12 hour with your kids when I'm working, to try to get time there to study. That's my idea. Like, those two are apples and oranges. You shouldn't compare them. And this is my comparison. And that's it. Let me know, guys, on your thoughts below. If you are someone that have kids that, you know, you can't at all get, you know, within 8 to 12 hours a day. How many hours a day do I work? 12 plus like 4. Let's just say within 10 to 15 hours of your day, you know, because that's how much I work about. Can you not handle your kids at all to study? Let me know down in the comments below. And let me know if you could extract more hours out of 24 hours to study, because I'd like to know that. Let me know. Peace, guys.